fish mapping of genomes. Fluorescence in situ hybridization is a type of mapping the genomes that uses fluorescent probe that bind to only those regions of the chromosome that has a high degree of sequence complementarity. So in this technique, we use a probe with the help of that probe that actually binds to the complementary sequence which is present on the chromosomes. So with the help of a fluorescently labeled probe, we identify complementary sequences on the chromosomes. It is used to detect and localize the presence or absence of specific DNA sequences which are present on the chromosomes. Fluorescence microscopy is used to find out where the fluorescent probe is bound to the chromosomes. Usually, this technique is used in medicine and species identification. How fish mapping is performed? Individual metaphase chromosomes are probed in situ with specific fluorescently labeled DNA sequences, identifying the homologous sequences which are present on the corresponding chromosomes. Different probes are labeled with different fluorescent dyes that may be used in a single experiment. Fluorescence microscopy provides data for computer imaging analysis to determine the binding of site of the probe with the complementary sequence which is present on the chromosome. With the resolution of 2 to 5 MB in metaphase chromosome, fish can localize markers to subregions of the chromosome bands. Less condensed chromosome may be resolved in the 5 to 700 kb of DNA. This is a diagram representing that how fish mapping of the genomes is performed. This is a chromosome in 4 different views. Here we can see the probe has a complementary sequence here, that is for the exon. Then a probe for TBC1 is attached here. Then a probe for CARB is attached here. In the same chromosome, in another experiment, probe for the IRTP attached here, TBC1 again here, and CARB here. Here CATH probe for CATH attached here, TBC1 same, CHIT attached here. In the 4th experiment, probe for IRTP attached here, CARB here, and SULF here. So now if we do a comparison between the attachment of the probes with the corresponding region of the chromosomes, we can see that probe for AXIN is attached here, so we can assign a specific location on the chromosome. Then the probe for CATH here, so CATH we have assigned a region on the chromosome. Then probe for IRTP, that is here, so we have assigned a particular location on the chromosome. Then probe for TBC1 is here, and also on 2 other experiments. So the band for TBC is here, then CARB, CHIT, and SULF, that is at the end of the chromosome. So in this way, we can localize the regions of the corresponding probes on the chromosome, and we can design a map on the chromosome, the location of different probes that has been attached to corresponding regions on the chromosome. So this is a fish map of the particular chromosome that has been performed with the help of fish mapping of the genome. So fish mapping of the genome is actually what is the concept of fish mapping of the genome. DNA is double stranded. So this DNA is denatured. Once the DNA is denatured, this is a probe. This probe will be attached to the complementary sequence which is present on the chromosome. So here is the chromosome. this is chromosome that has a DNA. So DNA is denatured, and this probe that is actually fluorescently labeled that will bind to the corresponding region on the chromosome. So it will show a fluorescence as it has been bound here. So this is the mechanism that how the fluorescence in situ hybridization is performed. Fish mapping is usually used for the detection of the microdeletions. Here we can see that here there are two different probes that have been attached to the corresponding chromosome. But in this we can see that one of the probe has been attached. It means the complementary sequence for the second probe is no more on the chromosome. So in this way, the deletions that can be in the form of microdeletions or the large deletions of the chromosomes that can be detected with the help of fish mapping of the genomes. This is another diagram that shows the microdeletion or the deletions on the chromosome. In this diagram, we can see that here there are one probe that is in red dots that has been bound to the corresponding region on the chromosome. But in the same chromosome, here we can see that two different probes that have been bound to the chromosome. So in this way, we can identify that whether there is any deletion on the chromosomes. So in this chromosome, there is a deletion that is marked as either microdeletions or it can be large deletions on the chromosomes. So with the help of fish mapping of the genomes, we can identify the deletions on the chromosomes. So if we conclude that what is fish mapping of the genomes and what are the advantages and disadvantages of this technique. Advantages is that this technique is highly specific, mean there is a probe that actually binds to the corresponding DNA sequence which is present on the chromosome. If the complementary sequence is present on the chromosomes, then the probe will bind, and if the complementary sequence is not present, then the probe will not bind. So it means the probes, they are highly specific. With the help of this technique, we can identify the microdeletions or the microduplications, even the large deletions of the chromosomes. There are some disadvantages of this technique. Usually 500 to 600 probes are needed to match the power of the karyotyping.